sehingga ia terhalang dari amalan untuk akhiratnya dan lalai untuk memperoleh redha Tuhannya. Riwayat Al-Hakim.
Thank you, Mr. Usman. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alkaff Mention. And a very good afternoon to our guest of honor, Dr. Tan Cheng Bok, and to all of you, ladies and gentlemen out there. Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada semua yang hadir pada hari ini ya. Dan selamat datang saya kepada tetamu kehormat kita yaitu Dr. Tan Cheng Bok, dan tetamu-tetamu undangan dan juga hadirin sekalian yang berada pada petang yang bahagia ini ya. Okey, untuk menyambut People Association 40th Anniversary Come National Day Celebration. Ya, iaitu di Alkaff Mention. Saya Hakif. My name is Hakif and I'm going to be your host for this afternoon. Terima kasih saya ucapkan bagi pihak penganjur, kepada Dr. Tan Cheng Bock, kepada penaja-penaja yang sudi memberi sokongan, kepada kumpulan Ashifa. Di mana kumpulan Ashifa ya? Maaf ya, gangguan teknikal ya. Kepada kumpulan Ashifa dan tahniah saya ucapkan kerana telah merebut tempat pertama, betul? Yaitu di pertandingan nasyid anjuran Balai Rakyat Air Raja. Kepada semua kaki tangan jawatan kuasa dan kepada hadirin sekalian kerana sudi hadir memberi sokongan pada petang ini. Untuk tidak membuang masa lagi, without further ado, I shall call upon our chairperson, Madam Kamisa Haji Ismail, to deliver her welcome speech. Puan Kamisa, dipersilakan.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of the working committee, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome the guest of honor, Dr. Tan Cheng Bock, MP for Air Raja constituency, Mr. Tirupati, PDM Petram CCMC, Mr. Bernard Chia, PDM Chairman Air Raja Citizen Consultative Committee, Mr. Peter Kong, PDM Chairman Air Raja Community Center Management Committee, Mr. Edward Narashiman, Chairman Indians Activities Executive Committee, Mrs. Helen Tan, Air Raja Community Center Chairperson, Working Executive Committee, sponsors, guests, ladies and gentlemen, for your presence to join in these celebrations. The PA 40th anniversary, 1st July 2000, come National Day celebrations on 9 August 2000. Without much ado, I would like to invite our guest of honor, who himself has achieved a milestone of serving as members of parliament for 20 years, Dr. Tan Cheng Bock, the #1 grassroots leader of the Air Raja CC constituency. Dr. Tan, please.
Give Dr. Tan a round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I did not expect to come here and make a speech. I was told I'll be invited to come here to eat. So I guess as a member of parliament, wherever we go, we are always asked to give speeches. Maybe to make it short, I would like you all to get watch the program they did on me called At Home With Me. If you have watched, if you have followed the program, Channel News Asia, you would have known everything about me, so I don't have to make long speeches. Tonight, I believe there's one last program at 11:30. You have an idea of what your MP is like, what have I done, and well, you can form your own opinions after that. Anyway, today, it's a pleasant afternoon for us to get together, to enjoy the good food I'm sure to be served later, but above all to celebrate this 40th anniversary of People's Association in conjunction with your Malay Activities Group. Now, when I see gatherings like that, I'm actually very delighted because it is getting functions like this which will bind all grassroots leaders together. For quite some time, I would say that our Malay Activities Group wasn't that active. But I realized that it's becoming very active. And my conclusion is that we put so many women now in charge. And you get all the women together, they'll make a very, very good team and they'll get a good show out of everything they do. And they do it in style. I think the men are more conservative. They dare not do things like this, like you've seen. Honestly, I've never had occasions to have a function at Alkaff Mention. So I was wondering, I asked Peter Kong, why are we doing an Alkaff Mension? Why not Air Raja CC? But I think times have changed. We got to accept changes. People like to do things different ways. And as a member of parliament, I'm also quite free to accept your ideas. Because unless we are all allowed to have some freedom of expression, our ideas will get stifled. We would dare not strive for new ways of doing things. But I also remember that we have what we call Racial Harmony Day soon, and this is very important because our various races have lived together in harmony, and we should continue to do so. We cannot take for granted this good lifestyle that we have. I came from that generation where I've seen riots, I've seen a lot of unpleasantness. I was a medical student when I had to stitch up wounded people involved in riots. It was very terrible, very frightening. And I remembered when I was a student then doing all this patching up of the wounds. I told myself that one day I become somebody in Singapore. I must make sure that this harmony, this big family of ours must always stay intact. We may have our little differences here and there. We accept all these differences. But we should emphasize on the positive aspects of each other's race. And that to me will be the hallmark for getting us together well in the years ahead. Well, first, and I must thank the organizers of this function. They've done a good job. And I see so many programs line up for me now. Not line up for me, sorry, line up for the Malay Activities Group. You know, every day as a member of parliament, I receive so many requests, so many things that the grassroots leaders want to do. So far, we have approved most of it. And it's a good sign that we are now gearing up to do more for the years to come, not only for your own community, but also for the other communities. As chairman of CDC, I am tempted to come up with this idea that perhaps any racial group that's organized a function, if they have more have other races involved, I'll fund them even more. I give them more money. But if it is only confined to a particular grouping, I will give them less money. I don't know whether that's a good idea. So that is the way I was thinking that one of the way of funding programs that would have a more multi-racial team. Okay, I better not talk too much. I'm sure some of you are pretty hungry. And where's the chairperson? Do I stop now? Have any more things to do? No. So I better stop and let's enjoy the programs that they have laid out for us and also the food that's coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you Dr. Tan Sir. Terima kasih Puan Kamisa. Dan sekarang saya ingin menjemput pengerusi MAEC kita iaitu Puan Saedah untuk memberikan ucapan. Dipersilakan Puan Saedah, and now shall call upon our MAEC chairman to give us a speech. Puan
Good afternoon. Kawasan Undi bagi Raja, our Dr. Tan Cheng Bock, and also CCMC Chairman Mr. Peter Kong, and the rest of the grassroots leaders. And I will very appreciate for their coming to these functions. Saya sebagai Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Saya sebagai pengurusi di sini mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada semua jawatan kuasa yang mana telah bertungkul lumus, dan juga kepada penaja-penaja yang hadir pada hari ini. Berjutaan terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada sekalian-sekalian penaja yang telah memberi dan membantu untuk menjalankan peraduan nasyid yang telah berlalu. Dan begitu juga saya begitu terharu memandangkan ramai juga penyokong dan juga kirakan penyokong lah, ataupun yang bersama-sama bersuka ria pada hari ini kita menjalankan, yang mana telah bertungkul lumus selama 2 minggu berturut-turut menjayakan majlis peraduan nasyid. Dan saya agak terlebih dahulu saya mengucapkan terima kasih sekali lagi kepada MP kita Dr. Tan Cheng Bock dan juga Peter Kong dan segala para hadirin dan hadirat sekalian. Dengan tak membuang masa lagi, saya sudahi dengan wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Ya, terima kasih Puan Hajar Saida. Thank you, Madam Saida.